Good morning students. So today we are going to discuss about a topic, population attributes. Okay. So under population, what are the different terms related to population, its definition, everything we are going to discuss today. Okay. So the topic is population attributes. So moving into the topic, first what you have to know is that what is a population? What is a population, isn't it? So population is defined as a total number of individuals in one specific geographical area. Like for example in Patripala, what is the population? So in that geographical area, how many individuals are living? That is what we call it as what? We call it as population, isn't it? So and they can interbreed among themselves. Like human populations, when you see, they interbreed among themselves to give rise to the offspring of their own type. Like that, the cats will interbreed among themselves and they will be giving rise to kittens, isn't it? So one particular geographical area, the number of that specific species or the number of that specific individuals which are residing in that area, we call it as what? We call that one as population. So it's that clear? So what is a population? It is defined as the total number of individuals of a species in a specific geographical area. They can interbreed among themselves to produce fertile offspring. Okay, so that one we call it as what? A population. Now this population, when you are seeing, is having some of the characteristics. So what is the first characteristics of population? That is population size of population density. Okay, so what do you mean by the term population size? So what is a population size? So as the definition states, it is the number of individual in a region divided by the number of unit area in a region. Okay, so PD, that is population density or population size, is N divided by S. So what is N and what is S? Number of individual in one particular area, that one we call it as what? We call it as N. So how many individuals are there? Like in Patripala, from this area to this area, how many individuals are there? So that is the number of individuals divided by how much square kilometer I am considering. So that will be your area, isn't it? So number of unit area. So in one particular 1 kilometer area, how much individuals are there? So that is what we call it as what? Population density, or we call that one as population size. Okay, so population is the total number of individuals, and when you are moving into the characteristics of population, what is the first characteristics? The first characteristic is population size. Okay, now when you are seeing this population size, when you see this population size, what we have discussed, it is equal to N by S. So what is N? N is the number of individuals, and what is S? That is the area, how much I have considered for counting the number of individuals. So that is population density or population size. The next term what we are going to discuss is birth rate or natality, death rate or mortality is the next population attribute. Now what is birth rate? Birth rate is the number of birth per 1000 individuals. Like for example, this is the locality I am starting. Till this locality it is 1 kilometer. Okay, so in each and every house I am going and counting the number of individuals. So this house may be 3, next house it may be 4, like that. I am counting till the number I am reaching 1000. Till how much I am reaching? 1000 individuals. Okay, so till that I will be counting. So 1000 individuals I have got. In this 1000 individuals, next year any individuals have newborn, so then that is called as what? The birth rate. So in this 1000, if there is a newborn, okay, number of birth per 1000 individuals in a year, that we call it as what? That is your birth rate. So in that 1 kilometer, 2 or 3 individuals have born, means that is their birth rate. So what is birth rate? It is expressed as the number of birth per 1000 individual in a population per year. Okay, the same thing. In the same 1000 individuals, if there is someone dead in a year, then that will be counted as what? The death rate. The birth rate can also be called as natality rate, and the death rate can also be called as mortality rate. Okay, so birth rate or natality rate, it is expressed as the number of births per 1000 individuals of a population per year. Death rate or mortality rate, it is expressed as the number of death per 1000 individuals per population per year. Okay, so that is regarding the next two attributes. One is birth rate and another one is death rate. The next term what we are going to discuss is sex ratio. So what is sex ratio? It is the number of females per 1000 males. Okay, so 1000 males. So from this area, like from this area to some area, how many much 1000 males are coming, I am counting. Okay, so this areas is considered, till this area when I consider 1000 males are there. In that family, in that area, how many females are there? So that is what we call it as what? The sex ratio. It is expressed as the number of females per 1000 males of a population in a given time. Okay, so how many females are there per 1000 males in a given time? We call it as what? The sex ratio, right? Population at any given time is composed of individuals of different ages, isn't it? So that one we call it as age pyramid. Now next topic what we are going to discuss is that age pyramid. Okay, so the three attributes of population we have already discussed. What are they? One is your population density or population size. Second one what we discussed natality or the birth rate. The third one we discussed is death rate or mortality, and yeah, fourth one also we have discussed. What is that? That is sex ratio. Now we are seeing the next topic, that is age pyramid. So what is age pyramid? So in a population, when you see, there are different categories of people, isn't it, falling under different age groups. So that one we call it as what? The age pyramid, right? Now this age pyramids, when you are seeing this age pyramid based on the distributions of age pyramid, how the people are living, so based on that there are three types of age pyramids. How many types are there? Three types. Okay, so what is an age pyramid? It is a population at any given time is composed of individuals of different ages. When the age distribution is plotted for the population, the resulting structure is called as what? The age pyramid. So based on the different age group, if I am plotting a graph, I am getting a structure. That structure we call it as what? The age pyramid. Okay. So the age pyramid can be of expanding type, it can be of a stable type, or can be of a declining type. Okay, it can be expanding, it can be stable, as well as it can be declining. How? That's what we are going to see. Now you see, these are the three types of population. So pyramid. Now when you are seeing, we are categorizing the individuals into three categories. What are the three categories? In order to categorize them based on age groups, we can classify them into three categories. One is pre-reproductive, second one is reproductive, and the third one is post-reproductive. Okay, pre-reproductive means those who are below 18 years of age, we call it as what? The pre-reproductive group. The infants, okay, the child, that one we call it as what? Means they have not reached the sexual maturity, then we call it as pre-reproductive group. Reproductive group, those are capable of reproduction, we call it as what? The reproductive group. And post-reproductive, those who are old aged, okay, they are not that viable, then we call it as what? They are putting under group. The old people, we are putting it into a group called as what? Post-reproductive group. So what are the three groups? One is pre-reproductive, reproductive, and post-reproductive. Now based on these, there are three types of population. Okay, pyramids. What are they? One is your expanding pyramid, second one is your stable, and third one is your declining pyramid. Okay, so expanding pyramid, if you are seeing how it is expanding, which means the population is growing, like case of India and all, it is an expanding. So developing countries, underdeveloped countries, mostly it is expanding. Why? The population is going on increasing. When does this happen? When you see the new individuals, the pre-reproductive groups are much in number. Okay, one reproductive groups are giving rise to many individuals, which is resulting in the formation of more number of pre-reproductive group kites, then we call it as what? Expanding. So in this, the pre-reproductive is more compared to the reproductive, and the reproductive is more compared to post-reproductive individuals. So then you will get a pyramid like this, a triangular shaped pyramid. This is expanding population. The population is going on expanding. You can see here, developing world, this is expanding population. Population is going on expanding. Okay. The next is what? The next is your stable population. In the developed countries and all, you can find this population is there. Stable means what? It is stagnant. Okay. It's not increasing, not decreasing. Number of death is equal to number of birth. In that case, when you are seeing the population will remain constant, then we call it as what? The stable population. Here this one is a stable population, slight variation here and there, but mostly when you are seeing both the pre-reproductive and the reproductive groups are the same. Okay, so then we call this one as what? We call this one as the stable population. Thereafter, when you are seeing, it's the next is your declining population. Where does this declining population happen? The declining population, when you are seeing, the stable population is bell shaped. This one we call it as what? The bell shaped curve. Declining population is taking place in regions where all of a sudden you can find there is a decline in the pre-reproductive group because of some ailments, like there was a nuclear explosion there, or there were some chemicals released in one particular area or in one particular space. So then what will happen there? You can find the children, when you are saying, they are not that immune to it, isn't it? They cannot resist, and gradually their number is coming down. Okay, so in that case you can find there what is taking place. It is resulting in decline of pre-reproductive group, and you are getting an urn-shaped, you are an urn-shaped curve, which we call it as what? The declining population. Okay, so the three types of population pyramid you have learned. One is your expanding, wherein the pre-reproductive group is more compared to the rest, and stable, where both the reproductive and pre-reproductive is the same. Declining, the pre-reproductive is less compared to the reproductive stage. So these are the different types of what? The population pyramids. Now next what we are going to discuss is that, so I hope so that is done. So population density, you know, what is sex ratio, what is mortality, what is natality. Then we have discussed age pyramids based on that, expanding population, stable population and declining population, isn't it? So expanding in underdeveloped and developing countries, stable population when you are seeing in developed countries, and declining population in areas where all of a sudden there is a disaster. You can find the declining population is taking place because of some crucial situations there. Okay, so next is your population growth is affected by different factors. Okay, one is your availability of food. So food should be available, then only the population will grow. If there is a shortage of food, so automatically they are not that getting that immunity, so population will become low. Weather is one factor which is helping in population growth. The weather should be somewhat suitable. It's too hot, it's too cold, people find it difficult to resist and survive, isn't it? Predation pressure, if there are predators, not only human population, if you are seeing the predators are coming and attacking, and the prey population can go down in case the predators are increasing, isn't it? So that is also there. Competition between the individuals also results in what? Population growth. There is a lot of competition. The one who is fit will survive, others will die. Okay, so based on these factors, population growth is determined. Food availability, weather, predation pressure and competition. Okay, density of a population at a given time will depend upon what all factors? It depends upon natality, mortality, immigration and emigration. Listen carefully students, the next topic is density of a population, how the density of the population is. It will be depending upon different factors. So what are the different factors? One is your natality, second one is your mortality, third one is your immigration, and the fourth one is your emigration. Okay, so what are these terms? Natality we have done already, that is the birth rate. What is mortality? It is the death rate. Immigration, immigration means what? Moving away from one country to another, moving away from one place, permanently from one place to another, then we call that one as what? Immigration. Okay, emigration. And immigration means what? Someone is moving from some countries into a population, then we call it as immigration, IMMI. Okay, so immi means moving into, from America people are moving into India, immigration. From India people are moving out to America, that is emigration. Understood? Permanently they are moving out, becoming the citizen there. Permanently they are coming in and becoming a citizen here. So that one we call it as immigration and emigration. Just for a time being you are going visiting, that is not immigration and emigration. Okay. Now this population with density will depend on these factors. If someone is moving into a population, it is plus, it is designed as plus. Plus means what? It is an increase, there is an increase in the population. So here 100 were there already. Okay, so 10 of them are coming into, then automatically what will happen? The population will increase. Natality. Again, if there is a birth in this population, some newborns are there more, then again it will be plus. It will be increasing the population. Next, when you see mortality, mortality means what? It's death. Death, obviously from this population, if someone is dying, then what will happen? They will decrease, so it will be minus. Okay. Emigration. What is emigration? If in summer population, when you are seeing people are moving away and moving to some other location, then it is what? Emigration. So automatically it will be minus. It will result in less number of individuals. Okay. So what are the factors which are helping in increase in population? It is immigration and natality. Increases the population. Okay, they will increase the number. What are the factors which are decreasing the population? It is mortality and immigration. Death as well as your immigration is decreasing the number. Is that clear? So these are the factors which are affecting the population density. Clear? Now this population density can be represented by a equation. What is the equation you see? NT is equal to, so here you can find NT is equal to N0, okay, plus, thereafter only the bracket is starting, you should be very careful, B plus I, okay, minus D plus E, close the bracket. Now what is this? Listen carefully, what is the population density? So population density of Patripala, or we have to know, okay, or population density of some region, Patripala only you take. So NT means what? Now, this year I have to find out, okay, 2021, what is the population density, okay. So in that case, what we have to do? First we have to go for N0. N0 means what? N0 means when in 2020 what was the population, okay. So like for example, I am saying that I want to find out the population in 2020-21, okay, we have to find out the population in 2021 in Patripala. Previously, imagine, just like that I am saying, okay. Last year 2020 there were 100 individuals. How many individuals are there? 100. No, more are there, but 100 I am considering, okay. So 100 was there, plus what I have to see, N0 is what? The last year 2020, how many were there? Number of birth, maybe in that Patripala there are 3 newborns, okay. Immigration from some other country, from Dubai and all, they have left and come and have settled here. So like that I am seeing there are 2, okay. Minus emigration, death and emigration. Death, maybe there are around 2 deaths, okay, 2 people have died and 2 people, so plus again D plus E, isn't it? 2 people have immigrated. Immigrated means what? Left from this area, okay. So what is happening now? You see the equation turn, so it's clear now. So I am saying NT here refers to what? This year I have to find out, that is 2021. What is N0? It is 100. 100 means what? The population which was there in the last year 2020, so that is 100, plus B is how much I am saying? Birth is 3, immigration is how much? 2, minus what is death? Death is your 2, and what? How many people have emigrated from here, has left from here, from Patripala? 2, okay. So what is the population now? You can calculate, isn't it? So how you can calculate? 100 plus, okay, 3 plus 2 is 5 and 2 plus 2 is what? 4, isn't it? 2 plus 2 is 4. So 100 plus 5 minus 4 is what? 5 minus 4 is 1. So the population in 2021 is 101. How much I am getting? 101. Clear? This equation sometimes are also written like this. NT plus 1. T plus 1 means this year is equal to NT, that is 2020, okay, plus B plus I minus D plus E, okay. So this is also possible. In some books it is represented like this. No matter whatever it is, NT or whatever is equal to the right hand side of it, which refers this time, the calculating time, the population, okay. So that is what I am going to calculate. NT plus 1 means this year I am going to calculate, which will be equivalent to the previous year plus the birth, annual immigration, I said 3 plus 2, that is 5, minus the death and immigration is 4, isn't it, total? So I am getting 100 minus, sorry, plus I am getting 5 minus 4 is 1, that is equal to turning out to 101 is the population during 2021. So like that, what we are doing is that we are calculating the population. So if there is an increase in the birth and the immigration, this number is increasing, okay, and this number is less, then the population will increase. If this number is more and this number is less, then the population will decrease, okay. You have to remember this one. The immigration and natality will increase the population. Mortality and immigration will decrease the population. Hope so it's clear. That is only for today. So please learn what and all we have covered. We have covered population. What is population size? What is birth rate or natality? What is death rate or mortality? What is sex ratio? Then we discussed about age pyramids. What are the different types of age pyramid regarding the populations? One is expanding, one is stable, and one is declining. Then we discussed what is immigration, what is emigration, IMMI getting in, ME moving out, isn't it? And what are the factors which are responsible for the population density increase or decrease? So those things we have covered. Hope so it's clear. With this I am stopping for today. Bye bye.